Hey, what's up, you guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a kale shake. By the way, before I begin this video, I'm going to be making other videos. So at the end, if I forget, if you'd like to subscribe, I don't know where the button is going to be because this is my first video, my first time doing it. So, but if you want to, subscribe to any other videos that I'm going to be having, I'd appreciate it if you go ahead and hit the subscribe button, wherever that is, you probably know. And, I'm going to show some, pretty simple, total vegetarian products. I can call it vegan, but some things that vegans eat, I don't eat, and I don't use in my food. So, but you can call it vegan because it's not going to have any dairy products. It's not going to have any meat products or anything of that nature. So let's just begin. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is, as I mentioned, it's going to be a kale shake. I want to add 2 cups, 16 ounces of pure coconut milk. You don't necessarily have to use the same products that I have because the area where I'm at, I can barely get all the things that I like to have. There's not a Whole Foods here, so I'm just giving you a little rundown of certain things that you're going to be needing. So as I mentioned, this is pure coconut milk, unsweetened. I don't like to get anything sweetened because I don't know what kind of sugar they use. They could say this or that, but it may not be true. The other thing which I'm going to be using is 100% organic coconut flakes, of which we're going to be adding, or probably just using about, half an ounce to an ounce of that. I have some pistachio nuts. They're roasted and salted. That's all I can find. So, like I said, you don't necessarily have to use what I'm using. I would have liked to use totally raw, but this is what I have. The other thing I'm using is Plant Fusion. You've probably seen this at your health food stores, whether it be, the major health food stores or just your local health food stores. One other thing is called Green Organics. Green Organic is a superfood. It has, it's not only organic, but it's certified, but it has, things like barley grass, wheat grass, alfalfa grass. It has omega-3 chia seeds. So it has all these things in it already. And also, because you want to get all your nutrients in your food. You don't want to just make a shake just to have a shake. You want to get basically your nutrients, your proteins, all the trace minerals and things of that nature, so that your body can start assimilating them and using them, so you can be empowered to go throughout the day. And but you still have to do other things, like exercise, deep breathing and things of that nature, in order to keep your circulation going fairly well. So the next thing is going to be spirulina. It's 100% pure and natural. It's made by a company called Now. I don't make any money from these people, so I'm not promoting them. But this is the one that I happen to have. And I want to say, complimentary of my nephew, who's given me some of this stuff. So these things are very, very nutritional in value, and they're going to, help your cells. You may not feel the results right away, but some of you may. But you're definitely going to be benefited by that. The other thing I'm going to be using is, this is cashew. So this is about 1 ounce of cashew, not a whole lot. For my sweetener, I'm trying not to use too much sugar because, sugar does a lot of evil things to the body. And so I'm going to be cutting down quite a bit. So I'm going to be using about roughly 2 tablespoons of this. And 2, possibly 3, depending on how sweet you like it. I don't want it too sweet. So that's a one thing. I failed to mention. You know, this is organic raw blue agave. So it's a company called Wholesome, and so it's a sweetener. And the other thing is I'm going to be using half of a banana. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and rip this banana in half right now. And lastly, this is it's a company called Simply Organic. It's almond extract. You know, kind of want a little flavor in there. I'm not going to charge you any extra for the spirulina, not today. All right, so just don't worry, like this guy's gonna charge me some money for all of this stuff. No, I'm not gonna do that. So we're gonna add maybe like 4 or 5 drops, probably 7 to be exact. And I'm gonna be adding some ice. Now, I want you to know that when you do too much ice and you get that brain freeze, it's not good. It's not a good thing. Matter of fact, it actually disrupts the digestive system. So too cold of a drink or too cold of beverages, period, what it does, it disrupts and stops the process of your digestion. So I'm just going to add maybe like 2 to 3 cubes of ice, only because the revolution of this blender, this is a Blendtec, the revolution of this blender is probably going to try to warm it up a little bit. So to counteract that, I'm going to be adding some ice in it. All right. And for the main daddy of them all, as you know, this is going to be the guy that I'm going to be using. This is actually one whole branch of kale that I'm going to be using. I don't need to chop it up. I'm using the stem and all. Now, my thought is that you would have a good blender, because if you don't have a good blender, you're going to be all messed up. So a good blender is essential. I had a Vitamixer. That's a good blender. And I also have a, which I'm using right now, which is the Blendtec blender. So to get started, we're going to just add our kale right in here like so. And this is my my almonds. Oh, cashew, my bad. And this right here is the pistachio, about ½ an ounce. Also, this is this is pumpkin seeds. I failed to mention pumpkin seed, about ½ an ounce. All right. So, getting started with my proteins. I'm not going to add a whole lot, about half of a scoop. My organic green superfood. I'm going to add a scoop of that. Spirulina. I'm going to take a teaspoon and kind of level it out, because this thing is very, very green. Matter of fact, you see how dark green it is? This thing is serious. My coconut flakes. And my half a banana. Now, if you don't want to use banana, I'll have a video soon that shows you how to make Irish moss, you know, raw, blended up. And so you can actually put that, and that can be used as a thickener as well. But right now, I didn't have that ready, so I'm just doing it just like so. All right, so now we're going to add a couple, maybe 2 to 3 cubes of ice. Counter's clean. I cleaned it. Don't worry. And roughly about 2 to 3 tablespoons of this sweetener called agave. All right. Now that we have all of our ingredients in, except for my almond extract, I don't even think that was 5 or 6 drops. I just went for it, man. And you can smell it too. It smells good. It smells really good. All right, now I'm gonna put it on smoothie mode. And I'm gonna blend it twice. so that I make sure all the stem and everything else is blended. So a few moments and I'll be right with you, because this is going to make a little bit of noise. That looks pretty good, but I'm gonna go ahead and mix it one more time. I didn't let it go through its full cycle because, you know, I don't want it to get too warm. It is on the smoothie setting. Now that we got this going. And there you have it, a very green, delicious smelling kale shake. Oh yeah, this is good stuff. Well, I encourage you to go out and make this thing. You'll find it to be very, very nutritious and delicious also. I mean, that sounds like a cliche, but make it. And if you have any question, I'm sure I'll have the comment box where you can comment or ask some questions, and I'll be able to answer some things for you. But it's simple. I've showed you everything. This is very tasty. Now, you know, you can drink this in the morning and it will carry on for lunch. Now, I'm not saying not to eat anything else. You can actually eat other things as well for your breakfast, but sometimes I've actually eaten or drank just a smoothie such as this, and it's actually carried me throughout before lunch. All right, so thanks again. Subscribe at the end of the video if you desire, and I'm going to be coming up with a few items, hopefully, you know, as often as possible. And I hope you like this video, and tell your friends about it, and start drinking your kale shake. All right. Thank you, everybody.